Shalom, 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 shalom. Alright. So this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. I want to start off and give all honors and praises to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rekah Kadash. I want to give another double honors to the apostles and elders in GreatMillstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well. Enough respect and salutations and blessings and peace. Alright? To you sincere Akim that's pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Alright? This is the brother Malachi. And I want to go ahead and jump into a lesson today. And it's dealing with the many cases. Okay, it's 2 articles that I have. It's dealing with the confirmed cases of the coronavirus here in the US of A. All right, Babylon the Great. And then I have another article, and it's going into how Salakia. It's going into the military has mass quarantine camps set up in the U.S. Okay, so how we can see the things are speeding up. We can see that the times that we're in by the prophecies. Okay, we can see we just in January alone, many prophecies was just kicking off. All right. You got the rumors of wars. Now you got the pestilence that's going on. You got the earthquakes going on around in the Caribbean. So this is the Most High visiting the earth which he has made. All right? And he's showing it through his signs, through the prophecies. Okay? And this is supposed to, that's the measuring stick. All right? For the men of the Lord, for us to watch. All right? That's our job. We are supposed to be the watchmen of Israel. We're supposed to give the warning and to blow the trumpet to let Israel know that the time is nigh. All right, that the time is very near. We can see that this coronavirus is spreading. Okay, it's in almost I forgot how many countries it's in right now. Okay, but it's hit U.S. All right. And it's not as frantic how is it going on over there in China, but hey, it's gonna really hit here. It's gonna hit here the worst than what's going on over there in Moab. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this article, and then we're gonna go into some scriptures. All right, and this article right here is written today. It's from the Business Insider. It says the U.S. has confirmed 15 coronavirus cases across 7 states. Here's what we need to know about all the U.S. patients. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it right now. It says the Central Hospital of Wuhan via Weibo via Reuters. All right. So that must be in Wuhan, China, Salakia. And that's just the picture that they have. And I guess that's someone right here sick. All right. With the medical staff members with the patient in Wuhan. Exactly. All right. So it says the U.S. has confirmed 15 cases of coronavirus that originated in Wuhan, China. 8 in California, 2 in Illinois, and 1 each in Arizona, Massachusetts, Texas, Washington, and Wisconsin. All right. And we can see that those are major states right there. Okay. California and Massachusetts, Washington. All right. We got some brothers up there in the D.C. camp. All right. It says the 15th case was confirmed near San Antonio, Texas on Thursday. All right, so we got brothers in Texas, brothers in California. All right, I don't know about Arizona and like Wisconsin. All right, but you know, Lord willing, those brothers will be out there, and those brothers are gonna be safe. All right, they're gonna be away from all the destruction and pestilence. All right, because this is only 7 states, and it's gonna go ahead and it's gonna sweep this whole nation that's over here. All right. It says the virus has spread to 25 other countries as well. So it's letting you know the Most High has put His hand on this earth right now, and it's spreading. It's spreading across 25 other countries as well as the U.S. It says 2 cases of human-to-human transmission have been confirmed in the U.S. So this thing is contagious. It says the U.S. confirmed 15 cases of a new coronavirus that originated in Wuhan, China. The latest case was confirmed on Thursday at the Lackland Air Force Base near San Antonio, Texas. A group of American evacuees from Wuhan are being quarantined there for 14 days. The infected patient is the first person under quarantine at the base to test positive for the virus. I don't want to read this whole article. It says the coronavirus has killed at least 1,370 people and infected more than 60,000 others since December. For the latest case total, death toll, and travel information, see Business Insider Live updates here. All right, so we can see that the numbers, they playing with the numbers. So if they have to have a forced mass quarantine over there in China, okay, Moab, all right, they're forcing people out of their homes. They got the concentration camps already set up for them people jumping out the windows. So it's letting you know this thing is getting serious, all right? So how the hell is it only just 60,000 others since December? This is letting you know that this thing it has spread it has mutated, and it's like they cannot contain it. All right, and it's bringing a scare. All right, and we're gonna get into that on the next article that I got lined up. All right, it says beyond China, the outbreak has spread to 25 other countries. Maybe we can read them: Australia, Belgium, Cambodia, Canada, Finland, France, Germany, India, Italy, Japan, Malaysia, Nepal, the Philippines, Russia, Singapore, South Korea, Spain, Sri Lanka, Sweden, Taiwan, Thailand, the United Arab Emirates, the UK, the US, and Vietnam. Big major countries up there, right? It says the coronavirus family is a large group of viruses that typically affect the respiratory tract. Coronavirus can lead to illness such as the common cold, pneumonia, and SARS, which resulted in 8,000 cases and 774 deaths in China from November 2002 to July 2003. And that's the with disease, with SARS. I believe that's just, it's more. Right here, the Lackford Air Force Base. It says the unidentified patient is under a mandatory 14-day federal quarantine at the Lackland Air Force Base near San Antonio. So you can see they're already making it mandatory. All right. And it's only mandatory for the patient right now, all right? Soon it's gonna be across this whole nation, all right? This whole place is gonna be quarantined, all right? We just see how these prophecies are kicking in, all right? This is probably gonna be the sedition among peoples. People are gonna be fighting against the government because you're gonna see people getting quarantined, all right? It's gonna be mandatory. All right, we don't know. This could be the push of the RFID chip and everything. All right. It says, which started February 7th. Evacuees at the base returned from Wuhan on a flight chartered by the U.S. State Department. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention did not disclose the age or gender of the patient, but said the person was isolated and receiving treatment at a nearby hospital. So we can see this thing is Russian. All right, it's going everywhere. So let's go ahead and read some more. I guess we can just conclude this article. I don't want to make this lesson too long. Okay. You got the face masks. And it just reminds me of the movie Contagion. It just reminds me so much. You know, they put it out there in the movies and then they play it in real life. All right? We're going to conclude this article. I didn't read the rest of this article. I just want to read just the cases and, the different countries. All right? Now, let's get into this next article. All right? This is Infowars, all right, .com. This was written 2 days ago, February the 11th. It says, Department of Defense. The military has mass quarantine camps set up in the U.S. All right? Right here. It says the United States military has set up mass quarantine camps in the United States to hoard people into. The Department of Defense has confirmed that the U.S. is following in China's footsteps. Okay? So the same thing that's going on over there in China, that's what's going to hit over here. Okay? In the U.S. All right? If this thing doesn't stop, which Lord willing, it does not stop, and it just keeps spreading and mutate. All right? And it starts killing people left and right by the millions. All right? This is when it's going to be very forced. All right? So here it is. It says, areas to quarantine those infected with the coronavirus quickly become places similar to concentration camps and gulags. It reads, with China now forcing people from their homes and into mass quarantine camps, it may not be long before the police state in the U.S. comes crashing in to protect and serve the public. Right. It says Alex Jones break down what's really going on. Okay. All right here. It starts. It says 11 military bases near major airports in the United States are setting up quarantine centers for possible coronavirus patients. All right? Because that's how the people are coming inside the states. All right? Through the waves of the airports. But they're not even thinking about the cruise ships, the different boats. All right, the contact with different countries this thing is still gonna get over here in the U.S. All right. So it says, I lost my place. Slovakia. Now, set up quarantine centers for possible coronavirus patients. The Department of Defense said the Department of Health and Human Services asked the Pentagon for quarantine space in case beds fill up at other coronavirus centers around the country. According to a DoD statement, additionally, the Pentagon already agreed to house up to 1,000 people for quarantine after they returned to the United States from areas with the virus. If you're traveling, a face mask is recommended, as that and good hand washing techniques are two suggestions to prevent the contraction of this virus. No one knows just how far this will go. Right now, face masks are still few and far between, but some N100 face masks are becoming available again. As of this writing, there have been 40,651 official confirmed cases of the virus, and death toll has surpassed the SARS at 910. The U.S. government is eventually going to use quarantining the infected as an excuse to round people up into camps. All right? This disease, this virus, is probably going to be aimed at Jake. All right? This can be geared towards to Jake, just to round up Jake, man. All right? It says, and what happens if you are healthy and tossed into a camp with a bunch of people infected with the coronavirus? I probably don't need to tell you. All right. It says mass quarantine camps are tyranny in the same way that FEMA camps and gulags and concentration camps were. No one who is innocent should be forced into living situation they haven't deserved. Please prepare. Take note that this is happening on American soil. Don't trust the government to save you. Save yourself. And these people here in America, this is going to bring that sedition among people. All right? These people are going to bug the hell out. All right? So here it is. It says, this book is not the faint of the heart of those unwilling to look at the evidence. This is the book. Battlefield America, the War on American People. Yeah. All right, they're going off a little bit. It says, this book is not for the faint of heart or those unwilling to look at the evidence right in front of their faces. It's a brutal reality that has been forced on us all, and terrifying one at that. In exchange for safe schools and lower crime rates, we have opened the doors to militarized police, zero tolerance policies in schools, and SWAT team raids. Okay? It says, this follow-up, Whitehead's winning a government of wolves. Okay, this article is just going off a little bit more. Alright, it says, shocking video footage out of China shows a woman who was trying to escape the coronavirus quarantine falling to her death from a high-rise building. Let's check it out.
China. Woman falls to her death trying to escape coronavirus quarantine. That's just absolutely hideous and so sad, where they've boarded up, they've welded shut the buildings, and now this woman wants out, may run out of food, run out of medication, who knows? And she's up there trying to climb.
You can see that's what's going on over there in China, man. Moab getting tired. Moab just jump out the buildings right now. You see these people, they're in fear, okay? They're scared, all right? They don't know what's going on. They can't get food. You got the government over there that's sealing up the place, all right? This is what's going on in China. This is low level. When this stuff hits the U.S., all right, many people, especially when it comes to Jake, our people, hey man, a lot of us gonna get rounded up, okay? Especially the men of the Lord, all right. And I believe this is that's the rest of this article. But I just wanted to get into it to show you that for America, a lot of things is coming to America, man. Many people are not going to be ready for it, okay? They're not going to be ready for it. That's just two articles I just wanted to read just to kind of, show you that the times that we're getting ready to come into is going to be some serious times. And this is a time we should be mourning. It's not a time that we should be in mirth, all right? Because this thing is quickly approaching over here on this side, all right? So let's jump into just a couple of scriptures I got lined up. This is the book of 2nd Esdras. Chapter 15, we're going to start at verse 11. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. So he's talking to his elect, okay? It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues, as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Now, That Egypt is this modern day Egypt, all right? This spiritual Egypt, this place of bondage, all right? Slavery. This is where the Israelites are. This is where the elect are, okay? Now the Most High is making his move now. He's not going to suffer to have us here in this land with all this wickedness, and it's basically polluting the whole land of Israel. But only the elect is going to make it out, all right? But 2/3 of our people, that's it for them. They're done. They are done. And they're going to get hit with the plagues that's coming to Egypt. Verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in hell, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. Okay? It's letting you know we're at that moment where everything is coming so close. Alright? You got the missiles that they are, hey, they ready. They're ready, man. But now you got the pestilence getting ready to come in. The destruction is getting ready to come upon the inhabitants of this world, and especially Babylon the Great. All right? It says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. This is what's going to be happening. That's some race wars. All right? That's a sedition among men. All right? All this is going to be the aftermath, okay, of this pestilence. If this pestilence grows and grows and grows until it cannot be contained anymore, these people here are going to be freaking out, because it ain't going to be no more going to work, no more jobs, all right? They're going to stop this whole system. You ain't going to be able to get no food. This is when it's going to be the sedition among people, and people breaking into your houses and everything. And we're going to get into that. Okay? I'm going ahead of myself. So it says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. That's these race wars, and swords in their hands. All right? People going to be trying to blame Moab for the pestilence. Okay? You're going to be, there's going to be different fights. This is when it's going to be people returning back to their own lands. A bunch of things is going to be happening at this time. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. This could be the point to where it's going to be mass quarantine, and there's going to be nobody working. The economy is going to drop. Everybody's going to be looking for a solution, and that solution is going to be what? That RFID chip. All right, we're just seeing how this thing is playing out. Not saying that this is the true way, but hey, this is a big possibility that things could switch up this way. Okay? It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You ain't going to be able to go to if this whole place is quarantined up. Okay? You ain't going to see the men of the Lord on the street corners. They can't. They're going to be stuck, locked up into their houses. All right? This is when you're going to see the people invading one's another houses, trying to get food, trying to get water. All right? Lights probably going to be shut off. People ain't going to be able to pay their bills. It's going to get serious, man. Egypt shall mourn because of the plagues that's here. The plagues is what? The pestilence. The different things, the locusts, the famine. All that's going to be kicking off. It's all going to go back to back. It's going to be like a domino effect. Okay? It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. That's when it's going to be quarantined. It's going to be sectioned off. That's when martial law is going to be in place. It says, but because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and houses shall be troubled, and men shall be afraid. They're going to be afraid. They don't know if it's going to be this disease coming. Okay? We don't know. This is just a possibility of what could happen. with this pestilence. Okay? It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right? This is going to be the time of Jacob's trouble as well. It's going to be so many things going on. This is just a possibility to put into your head that this is what could be going on. All right? Letting you know that the pride of these cities is going to be troubled. All right? Ain't going to be nobody to go nowhere. This place is going to be locked off. This pestilence could make 2nd Ezra chapter 15. The plagues is coming out. Race war is coming. A whole bunch of things is coming. All right? So Zephaniah 1:14. It says, the great day of the Lord YAHAWAH is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. All right? So you see the men of the Lord. We hastening for this day to come. All right? We've been praying for this thing. We've been praying. The brothers that have been in this truth for, let's say, 5 plus years, they've been itching for this thing to happen. Okay? And now they can actually see these things happening. You can see the faith that's just flourished. All right? You can see the different videos going out, the different live feeds. You see it. It's all across the board. You see the men of the Lord and that spirit of the Most High is on these men. All right? And it's, everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. You can see the vibration has changed. All right? You see the decree with Apostle Tahar just the other day. I believe it's I can't even pronounce it. But don't try to call another brother out of their name. Just stay strictly to the scriptures, basically. Okay? So basically, like how we used to always call chief, I believe it's chief priest Alazar, and people would call him Alizé. He said, no, none of that, no more. All right? So you can see that the spirit has just changed, all right, especially with GreatMillstone. We still going to get on the brothers, but only with the sharp rebuke through the scriptures only. Okay? This thing is coming, all right? This pestilence, we can see the things, everything is happening. Everything's happening right now. This is the year of prophecy, all right? And this is the time where we need to trim our lamps, all right? All right? Trim our lamps. Put away that old man, all right? Get this oil while you can, because it's going to get to a point to where all this is going to shut off. It's going to be one day, all right? So, let's get back at verse 14. The great day of the Lord YAHAWAH is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord YAHAWAH. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Meaning you ain't going to be able to see a damn thing. There's going to be so much shit going on, you're going to get caught up in the crossfire if you don't got this truth. All right? If you're not under the wings of YAHAWASHI, all you're going to see is clouds and darkness, all right? Waste, nothing, desolations. That's all you're going to see. Crying, mourning. You ain't going to be able to think straight. People going to be crying. It ain't going to, man, look, in that day, money ain't going to save you. Okay? Everybody that's proud, everybody's going to be made low. Everybody's going to be on that same level. Okay? Except for the men of the Lord. All right? The elect. They're the only ones that's going to be eating in that day. They're the only ones going to be drinking in that day. They're going to be the only ones laughing at the rest of the people. Okay? Especially 2/3 of our people. All right? Where everybody else is going to be in outer darkness, not knowing the truth, running to and fro, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. But it's going to be too late. verse 16. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men. Meaning they ain't gonna know what the hell going on. They gonna be like blind men trying to figure out where the hell they need to go, what they need to do. They're gonna be in distress, man. Let's read verse 17 again. It says, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men. Damn. Because they have sinned against Yahawah, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. You're going to see people falling left and right. This is when that scripture, we're going to get into Psalms 91 after this. Okay? Remember that. Verse 18. It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in that day of Yahawah's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Everybody's going to get cut off. Okay? It ain't going to matter. The 2/3, these damn heathen, they got a lot of stuff to go through, man. Distress is going to be upon men. Everybody's going to be walking like blind men. But when it comes to the elect, hey, they're going to be safe. They're going to be safe in that day. So, this is Psalms 91. And this is for the elect. This is for the people. You don't have to worry about these things that's about to happen, okay? Because you're going to be protected in that day. And we can read this. We can just read it down. This is Psalms 91. And this is a good song for you to really remember, especially in these times that we're about to go through. So it reads, it's Psalms 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahawah, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In him will I trust. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Meaning this truth, this Bible, this word, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, this is what's going to keep you stable. Okay? This is your shield. This is what's going to help you to get through while everybody's walking blind, scared, frantic, crying, mourning. All right? All of that. But this truth is what's going to have you, that's going to be your shield and buckler. That's what's going to help you fight off against all the other things that you're going to see that's approaching us. Okay? It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So we don't got to worry about the pestilence that's walking in the darkness. All right? We see the coronavirus, and it's hitting people, killing them off left and right, people getting infected, but we're not worried about that. Okay? Because we're protected. All right? It says, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday, 1,000 shall fall at thy side. This is when you're going to see people just dropping left and right. All right? People getting killed. That's why the scripture says their body is going to be as dung. Did we just read that in, that was in Zephaniah, Salakia. I took it off. But yeah, let me go back right quick. And it says, and their flesh as the dung. All right? They're going to, hey, man, the bodies is going to be just piled up, man. You're going to see people just falling left and right. So let's go back to verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Don't worry about this pestilence. It's not gonna come. It's not gonna come towards you. You're gonna be protected by the angels. All right. It says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So while we walking, laughing, eating, drinking, we're going to see people in distress, people scared, frantic, crying. They're going to wonder why you're not being touched by this pestilence, why their granddaughter or their daughter or son just got killed, all right, by this pestilence. Many people are going to be dropping left and right, man. Verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord YAHAWASHI, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. No plagues. It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. All right. So I would finish this up, but hey, we can start right there. That's man. Hey, Lord willing, we are of that number. All right, of the elect, because the things that's about to come to this earth, many people are not ready for. The 2/3, they just out there having fun. They in mirth. They don't even understand how I just showed you the video. People in China, they jumping out of the buildings, man. This thing is getting serious over there, and it's working its way towards Babylon. Okay? Egypt shall be smitten with the plagues. This is what the scriptures is saying. All right? And if you hear in Babylon the Great, this is where you need to prepare your soul, your spirit. All right? Prepare yourself, because this is going to be really, a lot of people are not going to be ready for it. A lot of people are not going to be ready for it. All right? And the thing is, judgment must begin at the house of the Lord first. All right? So all these people that believe that they're Israel, all right, and they're taking this for granted, the thing is, this pestilence may knock them off. All right? Because the Most High got to show examples. Gotta show examples, and that's what's gonna fear. That's gonna put fear in the people that's very sincere. Okay? But always remember, verse 11. For he shall give his For he shall give his angels his tongue twisted. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So always remember, the angel, he's always next to you, all right? They're always next to you to protect you, all right? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, all right? Just remember, the things that's about to come, get your mind, get your spirit ready, all right? Because this pestilence is sweeping over, all right? And it's getting ready to come its way to U.S., Babylon the Great. You can see it. This proud man, he's ready. You see the coronavirus is swept. It's in 15 states now. Sooner or later, it's going to be in about 30. And then it's going to be 50 states. It's going to be all the states. And that's when you're going to see this place on lockdown. All right? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right? So take heed to to what the prophets are saying. All right, the watchmen, they're looking over the body of Israel, mainly the elect. All right, the elect is going to hear this, but the rest of everyone else, they just going to pass by it. All right, so if you're one of those blacks, all right, Native American Indians, all right, your Latinos, all right, and the ones that believe on this word that are across this the face of this earth, just know. Put your trust in the Most High, Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashi, and His Son, and they will deliver you. All right? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, let's go ahead and end it out. So this is the brother Malachi. Shalom.